Bathurst.
A place that makes heroes. It's where legends are born.
It is the biggest race of the year.
And it's D-Day. It's like our Olympic Games.
It's fast, exhilarating, daunting. For me, Bathurst is just simply the best.
2014 was by far the most bizarre Bathurst I've been involved with.
Absolutely nuts. It was something that had everything.
It's like someone wrote a crazy story and somehow we edited it all together and it gave us a race.
I had an awesome starting position, last place.
The way I see it, we just got a 200-metre disadvantage, but other than that, we'll try and make it up on the track.
I had no realistic shot to win the race or even be on the podium.
You never know, until you cross that checkered flag, what's going to happen.
The 2014 Great Race Field is set.
I've been going over and over in my head that night before what start I wanted to get.
161 laps, 1,000 kilometres.
I got that start, that dream come true start.
Look at McLaughlin up the inside.
Before I knew it, I was first.
A ripping start.
And I was leading the great race. It was the best feeling in the world.
What a start for McLaughlin. Look at Whincup.
We started on the back row of the grid.
This is on board now with Whincup. He's not messing about.
So I just put my head down. I was able to make a few spots through the pack.
To come from the back of the grid, Jamie Whincup, congratulations.
It's fantastic that everyone's talked up that first stint, you know, and I'll take it.
Chaz Mostert on fire, charging through the field.
It's funny, you've got a V8 supercar, 650 horsepower, and it's loud as in the car. And you can hear fans just going berserk on the hill.
Yeah, the first 60 laps of the race were chaotic.
The road is breaking up at turn 2. That's a drama.
Cars piling into turn 2, left, right, and centre.
Problem here with Taz Douglas.
And unfortunately, our car was one of them.
For the second time today, Taz Douglas has found the wall. That car's got big damage. Why? He's run into his teammate, for sure. You're kidding me. Oh, more trouble.
There wasn't so much disappointed about a damaged car.
Can you reverse it out, mate?
The fact of going a lap down and how hard that is to get back, it was definitely a bit of a scare.
There's so much debris on the racetrack.
Red flag, red flag.
They have suspended this race. Unprecedented scenes.
To stop the great race threw me by surprise.
Third time ever the race has been suspended.
You've got 4 or 5 different strategies for the day, but no strategy is going to be planned for get the oranges out in the middle of the day.
The red flag definitely changed a lot of races for a lot of people.
The crews can come out and work on the car.
Well, the old 100-mile-an-hour duct tape come in handy, that's for sure.
You know, the way that's unfolded, anything can happen.
It sucked in some ways. It took the race away from us.
It's not like we're running last. Am I angry? You're right, I am.
Yeah, Gary doesn't get vocal about much, but he was very vocal about this.
I think they can patch that track up with a little bit of cement. It's like wiping an elephant's bum with a cotton bud. I mean, it just doesn't work.
To see 26 cars on the main straight stopped, it's bizarre.
Green flag, green flag.
And then, of course, we resume racing after that.
They're all slipping and sliding all over the place.
Come up through turn 2 and you could actually smell the glue they used to seal the track up.
Oh, there you go.
Never been part of a Bathurst 1000 that actually has 2 parts to it, the beginning and obviously the end.
2 laps into the restart, I got involved in an incident.
Todd Kelly's been rotated. There's more cars involved in this, including one.
Unfortunately, we went a lap and 3/4 down, which was pretty much the end of our day.
Heck of a long way to go.
Well, there was carnage everywhere.
You know, the rate of attrition
Drama here. David Reynolds off.
was very high.
Oh, no! Could this day get any worse?
That 119 is something I don't really want to speak about.
He's apologising.
All right, buddy.
It still kills me today what happened.
Idiot, I'm sorry.
The despair on the faces when I drove into the garage and seeing the boys killed me.
Every car that drops off, I guess, a less competitor that you had to worry about.
Look at this up the inside. This is a massive, massive shunt at turn 2 again.
We were kind of dropping like flies out there.
And he's suffering.
The last 20 laps were as intense as it gets.
It is Shane Van Gisbergen. He's got a margin of 12 seconds. They're going to squeak him in here.
I followed Shane Van Gisbergen in to get a splash and dash.
Yeah, look at that. That's out of control. Lowndes and Mostert.
But of course, following him in's one thing, but I didn't follow him out.
Oh, he stalled it. Won't stop. You're kidding me. He's gone. And he's out of the car.
What he did in the garage is exactly what any driver would have done. What he was showing was just an absolute public display of the pressure that we're under. It eats you deep.
Mark Winterbottom leads across the field from Whincup Lowndes from Boston.
My second Bathurst 1000 and I'm in a great spot.
This is an unbelievable arm wrestle.
8 to go, biggest race of the year. Thought we were in with a very good chance.
Whincup down the inside, he's got the thing chirping on the rear brake.
Not in my wildest dreams, I think we'd get back to the front of the pack.
And Whincup goes to the lead.
Yeah, I was the meat in the 888 sandwich, and Lowndes did his little bump trick.
Lowndes has made contact with Frosty.
The spin ultimately, cost us the race.
And you can see how frustrated they are inside the garage.
Yeah, well, Renee reacted pretty much how I felt, to be honest.
At that point, I knew I was in drama.
Pit lane drive-through penalty for Craig Lowndes.
I was gutted.
It puts James Moffat on the podium.
I knew that I was in third position at that point and could see Jamie and Chaz.
They're playing for the greatest prize in Australian motorsport.
My team were heavily telling me to conserve fuel.
You're going to have to save fuel. We're not going to make it.
I haven't heard him respond.
That's a bit of a myth. The communication between myself and the team was loud and very clear.
He's really struggling to get this thing home.
I knew that we were half a litre short.
We're just going to have to chance it.
I didn't really know his situation.
And Mostert tries to go around the outside.
Still never say die.
Off the scale as Whincup does everything he can.
Absolutely crazy that last lap. Something that I'm going to remember for a long time.
And Mostert goes through on the inside.
I just passed the champ. How cool is this?
Extraordinary motor race.
All these emotions overwhelming.
And Chaz Mostert is going to make a very special name in history here.
To see a guy win it from last, he led a quarter of a lap.
I reckon that would still be paying 800 to 1.
I still scratch my head.
It's an unbelievable outcome.
Wow, we just won the Bathurst 1000.
He is the winner of the Super 2 Auto Bathurst 1000.
You never know what's ever going to happen up the mountain.
I don't know how to describe what we're seeing here.
Yeah, some people would call it the Bradbury moment, I guess.
Changed my mentality from that day on that it's not about the result, it's about the effort.
That's the passion. That's the passion of this race.
I'm 22 years old, standing on the biggest podium in Australian motorsport, and it's still surreal today. Someone was looking down on us. There's a lot of luck. Maybe it was my mum, so big thanks to her.